My name is Kong. I have a customer. His name is Joe. Today he come here to refill the bottle with the Kangen water, and he have some word to talk with his experience about how after he tried about 3 weeks with Kangen water.
So very interested in getting more benefits from Kangen water, and very interested in knowing more about the pH levels, alkalization, and what it can do for me. I know about Kangen water from before, and when I came in and you guys actually shared with me more about the benefits of Kangen, and I was very surprised to find some of the bottled water that I've been drinking and the level of acidity from the soda all the way up to being able to get the pure pH, the pure alkalized water, and how in fact BG, for example, which is one of the best waters you can drink, and my wife and I, we spend a lot of money on it, that it's really not fully alkalized. So I just found that very, very important and very revealing in terms of water that I've been drinking. And drinking the Kangen water, I feel so much more energized. I feel more balanced. Definitely feel more hydrated. I notice a difference in my ability to kind of be calm throughout my day, sort of manage my energy level much more, be hydrated. I actually felt like I lost weight after drinking it for like 2 or 3 days. And I know that's a big thing to say, but it's true. And so, the same with my wife. And that's I love Kangen water. I mean, it definitely, I'm getting a machine soon, I'm getting a unit soon. I've shared it with all my friends, and sort of, I'm in my mid-40s. So it's kind of been I had some health problems. I almost died a couple of times, back in 08, 09. And I was just kind of doing all the wrong things. So we started trying to find ways to more cheaply, more economically manage our health. And then what we found was that, it all starts with water. 70% water. And but it was really difficult to find Kangen people. We worked with a gentleman who was a distributor of Kangen in Los Angeles, and that's how we first found out about it. And we were somewhat skeptical until we started understanding sort of the mechanics of it. And how our bodies work with hydration. And so that sort of started us on a journey to more health, but the challenge is that it's still very difficult to get the full alkalization without just drinking Alka-Seltzer or something like that. And, who wants to drink that all the time? So so that's why I'm just very excited about Kangen water, what it's done for me in a very short period of time already. People they need access to this. And once they've decided to take personal responsibility for their health and that they want to live healthy, and the simple ways that they can do that, and the more cost-effective ways, because doctor bills are very, very expensive. And even, gym memberships, everyone doesn't have time. We all have busy lives. Right? So to be able to incorporate something that you're already doing, but making it better is much easier. That's what we're, for us, it's just easier to do that instead of some big expensive regimen, or even we joined the health club and that there's only a certain level of benefit that you can even get from exercise if you're not eating right, if you're not hydrating, everything is hydration. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
My friend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Christina. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good.
I have a question. When I opened shop about almost like a month, maybe 3 weeks. So when the first day I believe is when you came about September 27, it was Monday. I mean Sunday.
Oh, wow.
I mean Sunday.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I do remember.
That,
Don't you
yeah.
remember? I remember on Sunday. So, and when you came and you says about like you have friend and like you used to live in New York, but later on you live in LA, and you have friend. Yeah, just right now I want to hear what you're saying. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I found out about the water in December of last year. Um, and it was through a brother from my church community. And he took me to a meeting, and I started drinking the water there. And I was skeptical because I was just like, it's just water. What can it possibly do? I've been drinking gallons and gallons a day for a long time. Nothing's gonna work. But as I was drinking it, it was subtle, but I noticed a difference in my mood. I noticed a difference because I have a lot of mood swings, so I wasn't having as many mood swings. And then I also noticed that I could tell the difference between my hunger and being thirsty. And that was a huge thing for me, because before I couldn't tell whether I was hungry or thirsty, and it was really frustrating because I may have been thirsty, but I would eat a lot, and I wouldn't drink as much. But with the Kangen water, I started noticing, like, I'm not hungry right now, I'm actually thirsty. And then I stopped drinking the water for about a week, and when I stopped, it was also subtle. I started noticing that I felt dry. Like, I started feeling like I don't know if this is the right analogy, but like a cactus. Like, I just was drying up, like a sponge drying up. My brain, my head just felt really, it just felt dry. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, I felt like I was dry, I didn't feel hydrated. And then I was having a lot of mood swings. I could really tell when I was thirsty, and it was it was so intense. Yeah, like I was like eating fruits, trying to get some type of water content, but it wasn't helping, and I was just like, oh my gosh, nothing is helping my thirst. I was drinking seltzer water, even though I knew that was horrible, but I needed something to quench my thirst, but nothing was quenching it. And I started buying bottled water, and that wasn't working, and I was like, I think this water works. Like, I think it's really real. Like, so after that, I was sold. I started drinking it, and I tried to drink it as much as I could. But then after leaving Los Angeles, I moved back to New York City, and I didn't have the water for about 3 or 4 months, and I was out of it. Like, I was depressed. I was moody. That goes along with depression, because that's something I struggle with. So I was really moody. I had no energy, and I started going back into telling when I couldn't tell when I was hungry and thirsty again. Like, it just, I felt like I started deteriorating slowly. And then I started drinking the water again. I found it at the headquarters in New York City, and it really, from that time, it's been on and off. Now I'm in school in San Francisco. I'm dancing every day, and it is the only water that gets me through the day. I was drinking a lot of coconut water when I first got here, and the coconut water was not doing anything. It was quenching my thirst for 2 seconds, and then, let's say an hour, 15 minutes later, after drinking the first bottle, I was just like, like, I need more. And then also my muscles, I'm not as sore drinking the Kangen water. And I have a lot of energy, and I'm not like bouncing off the walls, like, oh, I'm here now. I feel hydrated. My eyes are open. There's, I just feel so much brighter and lighter. I don't know if that makes sense, but when I'm not hydrated, I feel really, I just feel kind of lost and sluggish and fatigued. I don't feel motivated. I'm scatterbrained, and my depression is worse. So, yeah, it really helps with all those things: depression, the soreness, the muscle fatigue, the fatigue in general, or the overall fatigue. And also there's a little glow that I have too. I have like a little glow when I'm drinking more water. And yeah, and it really quenches your thirst. There is nothing that quenches my thirst like Kangen water. Nothing, oh my gosh. You have Fiji water and it's like you're drinking nothing. It goes in your stomach, pees right out. You can't feel it penetrating your cells at all.
So, so when you drinking Kangen water and compared to the regular water, then definitely, how do you feel it? Compare those with Kangen and.
It's about the thirst.
Mhm.
So when I drink regular water, I'm still thirsty after drinking the regular water. I can have 3-4 cups of regular water. 5 minutes later, I'm like, I'm thirsty, I need more. I have 1 cup of Kangen water, I'm good.
So you feel have
It
energy.
quenches my thirst.
Okay, quenches. Okay.
And then as a result of, like, in addition to quenching my thirst, I have energy. I have a lot more energy. And
So it helped you when you're dancing and you have more
like
energy.
if I'm doing, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it's so funny because let's take a ballet class. So ballet, we start with the bar. We have about 45 minutes to an hour in bar, and you're sweating bullets on the bar. And then we get off bar and we come to center, and we do a lot of different combinations, but toward the end of the class, we'll do a petit allegro, and that's jumping. So we start with small jumps, then we do medium jumps, and then we do the big jumps, and that's the grand allegro. So in the petit allegro, it's because they're small jumps and they're fast, you're expending a lot of energy, and you get tired. And I noticed that for me, when I'm not drinking the water and I'm drinking regular water, I am just like everyone else in my class. I'm like, I'm exhausted. I'm like, I can't do this again. When I am hydrated and I've had Kangen water, I'm not as exhausted. I can do the petit allegro combination 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And I will get tired. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. But then the recovery, it's a quicker recovery with Kangen water. I don't feel as drained and exhausted. Yeah. And then I have more energy for the next combination that we do, the medium jumps. And then the big jumps, I have a lot more energy for that. And by the end of the class, I can do another class. Like, I don't feel completely exhausted. I don't feel like, oh, it's time to sit down because I'm hurting. I actually feel like, that was a
Okay, I had a question. How many years you were involved with the dancing?
I started dancing when I was 8, so 16 years.
I saw the video clip you post on YouTube. I mean, for me, it's very amazing, very beautiful. The way you dance is fast and definitely,
Yeah.
You think like when they drink Kangen water, will help them? It's like you right now. You drink a lot of Kangen.
I recommend trying it. Even if you don't think it'll work, even if you're skeptical, just still try it. Because I was skeptical, but what I was doing wasn't working. So I was just like, hey, I'm willing to try it. It's not gonna hurt me, it's water. And I tried it, and I don't regret it. It did help. It did help. If I didn't try it, then I would still be where I was at almost a year ago. Tired, moody, not to say that I don't struggle with that now, but it's not as pronounced as it was then. And I have tools to help me whenever those things happen. So I just recommend to try it. We don't have anything to lose. We can always replace bad habits with good habits. You can always replace good habits with even better habits.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, how are you, sir? My name is Kong. I would like to talk to you about, ask you a question. Why you be a distributor for Electric?
Well, several weeks ago, my brother introduced me to the Kangen water, and I was a skeptic. I said it was water, but he insisted that I drink the water. So after about 3 weeks, I was a heart patient. I've had 5 heart attacks, cardiovascular disease, diabetic, taken 2 to 3 insulin shots a day, diagnosed with Parkinson's. So I figured, what did I have to lose? So after 3 weeks' time, I no longer take insulin shots. As you see, my tremors are minimal. To where before, I would, if I held a plate of food in my hand, I would give it to everybody around me because I would just shake it off the plate. It's the most miraculous thing that I've experienced, and I've shared the water with several people. In 3 weeks' time, there's been 6 other people that have decided to purchase the magic machine for the reason of their health. I never did fully understand the benefits outside of the health problems, but I do now, and I would recommend, I don't care who you are, you need to get involved with the Kangen water and make the magic your life partner.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Kangen is the water I drink. Kangen makes me feel alive.